I have a new TV show on Newsmax TV on Saturdays at 7:30. Tune in, you'll enjoy it.
Biden has absolutely painted himself into a corner, and it's a delight to see. He was so intent on avoiding a Democratic primary that he put such obstacles in the path of those who would run against him in the primary that they basically stopped and instead switched to the general election and are running as independents. And in a primary, they would have lost. Robert Kennedy would not have won that primary. Joe Manchin will not. But in the general election, they'll likely take enough votes away from Biden to elect Trump. And that's because of Biden's stupidity in not letting them into the primary. All of this began when Biden decided that he wanted South Carolina to be the first primary, replacing New Hampshire. And New Hampshire didn't like that. And the legislature voted to affirm that their primary would be the first in the country. Well, the Democratic committee retaliated and said that New Hampshire could have whatever vote it wanted, but it couldn't award delegates to the Democratic convention. So when that happened, Bobby Kennedy withdrew from the primary. He said, what am I going to run in the primary for if I can't even have a representation at the convention? And then, by the way, Florida followed suit and said no opponent to Biden could get any delegates either in the primary. So he's completely sealed off the avenues to oppose him within the Democratic Party. And that means that his opponents now are going to run in November as independents. And Kennedy is polling at 10 or 15% of the vote. Manchin will poll fairly well. And because they're Democrats, every single one of those votes is going to come off of Biden and switch, and instead Trump will move up. This is totally unforced error. And nobody at the Biden campaign thought about this, I would imagine. But their conduct has completely backfired. And they've gone from having a pretty easy Democratic primary to having an almost impossible general election.